Hello there, welcome back to our limited series. We are talking about kindness this time around. My name is still Nefertiti Poyner, and I am still excited to be with you as we quiet ourselves for a little bit and celebrate this amazing body of work and research called kindness. And yes, as I said in our first series, there is an amazing body of research that supports what we have always known to be a good practice. But when something is backed up by good research, it makes me want to dig in further and practice it even more. When you think about kindness, there's also this component of well-being, because what we know from the research is that when we are good to others, it's good for us too. And I tell you, I think that's one of the most profound things for me from this body of work is that as much as we've always felt when we're kind to other people, it was good for them, there is such an equal amount of goodness that comes right back to us. Now, to that person that says, well, Nefertiti, we really shouldn't be thinking about us. It's all about, isn't kindness about the effect on the other person? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. But can I get a strawberry on top for the fact that the research lets us know that being good to others is also good for us? But I want to tell you something. I do think we all want to practice doing something called giving with a closed hand. Now, when I say giving with a closed hand, I mean doing that intentional act of kindness without knowing the person, without being able to see their smile or their joy and gratitude. You don't get to see any of that. You are just doing it because it's the right thing to do. And in this particular segment of our limited series, that's actually our kindness commitment. So here's again, just a few things from the research. And again, I wish I could tell you some more about this. But there have been studies that have demonstrated that when people carry out days of random acts of kindness, it contributes to their well-being and sense of happiness. And team members, as we listen to this recording, still in the year 2021, where COVID some days feels like it's going to be here forever, and then some days it feels like we're turning the corner. Your well-being and your happiness are such a vital part of moving forward each day. And so when you think about giving with a closed hand, this time around, the kindness commitment is to do just that. You are to act in a kind way to somebody, someone, some group where you may never know the results of your behavior. Do you see where I'm going with this? We're not going to know. We're not going to know what the person felt. We're not going to know. But what we are going to do is when we act in these kind, intentional ways, we are going to pay attention to our body. We are going to see and think about how did it feel to do that without ever having an idea of that person's response. Now, let me tell you, this one is going to be hard for me. Not because I do anything with an open hand, because that's definitely not the case. But I do like to see people feel and experience joy. So last year when we could not open gifts together safely, my mom was still in Philadelphia, and I live here in North Carolina. I was like, I have to call you. We're going to have to FaceTime each other because I want to see your face when you open each one of the gifts, because for me, it's not about the gift. It's not about the money spent on the gift. It's about the way it makes a person feel. And so I wanted to see it. But to me, this is why I need to do today's call to commitment, kindness commitment, because it's not about how they're going to respond. That's not why we're doing it this time. We are going to take note of how sometimes being good to other people is so doggone good for us too. And I hope that gives you something to think about until we can see each other again. All right, it's time to get out there with the kindness commitment and make it happen, and then come back to our YouTube channel and tell us what you did. I'm excited. You want to order a pizza and send it to somebody's house? Oh no, they may not eat it if they don't know where it comes from. So maybe we can't order a pizza, but what can we do? What random act of kindness might we be able to do for a person we don't know? We'll never know the outcome, but we'll take note of how it contributes to our well-being. Because this time around, I wanted to share with you from the research, being good to others is just as good as it is for you. All right. Thank you for doing this with me. I'm excited to hear your ideas. Come back and tell us. And until I can see you soon, enjoy. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.